Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and welcome to Free Play Friday. So if you've been working all week, now is your time to get into something playful and restful, peaceful, and joyful, and just have some fun with your art stuff. And so I welcome all artists to come in, and yes, you are an artist too. If you're new to my channel, I give out techniques and different card making techniques, paper techniques, things like that, and easy to follow tutorials so that you can learn something along the way, or maybe remember some of the techniques that you used to use that you just forgot about. So what we're working on is a series this week. Last week was the first one, this week is number 2. The first one was black cardstock, and we did some oxides on top and stuff. It was really cool. This time we are going to be using some metallic pens. Put that under the camera, that's just so much easier. G2 metallic pens. We're going to be using some Fela metallic markers. These are awesome. You can get these, they're linked below. Check it out. They've got this teeny tiny little brush end. Oh, I just love these. I tried out several different brands, so when I tell you, and you'll see it when we use them, when I tell you that this cheap looking Fela brand is great, it totally is. It came in this box that it's really chintzy, right? It just kind of fell apart, but these markers are amazing. You're going to want to get this set. I also tried out one that looked fancier. Really nice box, you know, because I'm always looking for deals for you guys, right? I thought these would be even better because look at these markers, you guys. Look at these. Don't they look amazing? Really thick and heavy, and they've got bullet nibs. They just look luxurious, but when I matched these up to these cheap looking Fela ones, the Fela ones blew these ones out of the water. So I don't even believe I linked these ones, because I just didn't think that you guys would enjoy them. And we're talking about using it on dark cardstock. Let's see if I can get these back in there. We'll do a comparison. You're going to want to see a little comparison anyway. And then I found a long lost group of pencils. Where did I set the pencils now? It was kind of a last minute thing. It was like, oh yeah, we should try these pencils. Nope, they're not coming to me. Okay. I'll see if I can find the pencils along the way. This is the black cardstock that I bought. Okay. Astro Brights. And I want to tell you a little bit about this before we get going here. I'm going to go ahead and cut a few pieces of this because that's what we're going to be using today. So I need to get my cutter out here where I can reach it. So much stuff for the garage sale, you guys. This is going to be mega. I shouldn't even have said it was huge. I should have just said mega epic garage sale on Saturday. So if you're coming to see us for the mega terrific garage sale on Saturday, that's happening from 10 to 2 tomorrow. 10 to 2 tomorrow. I will not be late. Lori's coming over to help me out. And it's going to be amazing. So, I wanted to mention this because I got some other black cardstock. And I thought that this would be really amazing to share with you guys. Because this one I got from Walmart. And I don't remember if I linked this below, but if you want this, I'll link you in. This one's called Tuxedo. So I'm thinking, oh, Tuxedo Black, like the ink, right? This is going to be great. The top looks super dark black. But when you open it up, it actually looks more like charcoal. Do you see the difference there? Look at the difference in those blacks. Let me compare it to the Astro Bright Black. It's almost like a green gray, right? Instead of a black. But the cool thing about this stuff, I hope you don't mind me sidetracking, because this is really cool. Let me pull this out. This black paper from Walmart actually has a white core. So look at this. When you run it through a Cuttlebug or a Big Shot or whatever have you, you can sand the top of it and get the white to show through. Then you can ink up the top and you can make all of this white stand out with different color. How cool is that? We'll play with that maybe at the end. But I just kind of stumbled across that because what I was really looking for was a deep dark black to show off some of the stuff that I made. So this was one of them. These are the Felas. Do you see the watermark in the background? That's another technique I was going to go over, but you're going to see it in this one today because I'm going to show you how I got those flowers on. I certainly didn't draw those myself. Let me say hi to a few of you guys that have come in. Thank you so much, Susan Baker. Big hearts for you and total love for coming in. And Penny for moderating. I just love you guys. Who else do we have here? Let me look through. I gotta move this over. This is Dark Cardstock Techniques number 2. Ada's here, and Barbara, Cindy, Sarika, Peggy, W. Bailey, Huntress Habits, Lori, Sharon, did I miss anyone? Barb, Connie, Monica, Marcel, the Arrow Mama. Wahoo! Hi guys, thanks for coming. Okay, so here's one of the things we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to do that real easy so you don't need to know how to draw. And look at this little guy. I did not draw him either. I'm going to show you how to get little guys like that on your tags without having to know how to draw it. And my little glue dot guy let go here. There we go. To hold that tag on, that ribbon on my tag. So let's start out with like a comparison. Like, okay, Jen, these are really cool, but what do they look like on black paper? So let's go ahead and pull out a piece of black paper for each one. I just think this will be the easiest way to do it. I'll write on top of the black paper which one it is that I'm using. I want to do 4 though. Let me see if I can dig out those pencils. I was using the other day, and then as I got going with all the garage sale stuff, everything blew up in here and I like hardly have a place to stand. And those pencils just got tossed somewhere on the side. I know they're rubber banded together though, because I didn't want to lose them. They might just very well be buried under something. Oh, I'm so sad. I wanted to share those pencils with you. I hope I didn't like completely lose them. I hope they didn't fall in the garbage because my garbage is right next. Raise your hand if you are one like me who has ever had something drop in the garbage. Gone forever. You didn't mean it, but the garbage can was like right there. Oh, you also might want a white gel pen. Just in case your white pens don't work. Those always are a really good one too. I also have these metallic gel pens, but I don't think that these worked out very well. Or were these the good jelly rolls? Let's move those over. We'll do that as number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be our base, and then we'll make something with it afterwards. Oh, look at the hands being raised. We dumped something in the garbage on accident. It happens, guys. Totally happens. If I had somebody standing in here, they'd be able to tell me where those darn pencils ran off to. I'm so bummed, you guys. Okay, well, if I can't find the pencils today, maybe after the sale tomorrow, they'll turn up, because I'm sure they're buried underneath a box. I'll get to that. So let's go ahead and pull out some of these really, what I thought were some really cool fancy ones. They're all metallic color pens. It's all written in some kind of an Asian writing. I'm not going to say Chinese because I have no idea. And so let's do a couple of these different colors on there, shall we? Let's start out with the white and see how that looks. And these are just called, let's just say Asian. So we'll, I don't know, yeah, you guys can see me there. So if I do ASIAN, I'm going to hold it up for you for just a second and watch. It's almost like a bleaching is occurring. And that's the white one. Okay, so you kind of have to wait for it to react on the paper. Kind of cool. All right. I'm going to have to move that box for a second. So I can spread these out. These are the Fela ones, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the white one. And it's this is the one with the really teeny tiny tip. Okay, so this is Fela. They're almost making me out to be a liar, because look at the difference in the white here. Wait till we move on to the color, though. So if you want a really good white one, I would go with the other box. But just hear me out. Let's keep going. These are the G2 metallic pens. And here's their white. Kind of looks just like a gel pen, right? These are the G2 metallics. All right, let me get that one up a little bit closer to you. These are very smooth, very thin. If you want something that's going to not bleed or run or goop, these are phenomenal. Not as bright, no, very, very thin. Very, very tiny, very detailed. You're looking for detailed? This is a very good one to go with. I don't think my jelly rolls, no. Jelly rolls, well, they have like a... They do not have a white, okay? They just have this one, and this one's going to look basically like glitter, I believe. So let me just go ahead and do jelly roll. Jelly roll. Yeah, so it's not really a white, but it is a silver. It does show up. It doesn't go as smoothly or as thinly as the G2s, but if you want more color, that's a good one to go with. If we bring this one back up too, you can also see exactly where your marker stopped. Okay, so like there's a whiter dot there, there's a whiter dot there. You probably could go over this maybe another time and make it even whiter. But let's go ahead and see what other kind of magical looks we can get with this just by writing them out. Because I don't want you to think I'm a liar when I tell you that I really like the Fela better, okay? Let's try a pink. This one has a pink one. I'm going to do pink. This one also has pink. I feel like this one's more of a true pink. And this one, and I don't know if you can see it on your side, but it almost has like a whole bunch of silver in it. You can see like the P almost wasn't a pink at all. I think I also really like this one because the feel is better because of the brush tip. So I can do teeny tiny detail, or I can do the big bold brushes. So let me show you what I mean by that. So with the pink, like I could do some really tiny little brush strokes, right? Or I could do some really big strokes like that. With this one, if you want to go small, you kind of can, but it's a bullet tip, so you don't have a lot of control over that. You can't go super tiny. And I still think that if you look at that, there's like an off color to it. More like when you tilt it, it goes silver than pink. Maybe that's something that you really want more of. Maybe we should link that. Hey, Penny, if you can link these, you might want to link those for me. I might have to help you look them up, though. I just, at first feel, I just was not impressed with them. I don't know why. Maybe the look or the feel or something. Let's go ahead with the G2 Metallics. These ones are more for writing. I wouldn't say they're really for coloring. So here's a pink one in this. But they are really smooth. I just love it. I just love the way these write. They are sweet. So if you're looking for just a little bit of detail, I just happen to have these. I didn't go out and buy these G2s. So I thought, what the hey, let's check it out. I'm always open to trying new things, right? Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I'm a little wrong. All right, we've got a pink in this one too. It's almost like a pinky purple, but we'll go with this one. And this is the Jelly Roll. Pink. The Jelly Roll ones are super, super shiny too. But I do like them. Cool. Oh, and here's my Signo jelly. There's my Signo pen. I've used this one a lot, so this one might not be as spankin' new as it could be. One thing I've noticed about these kind of pens, when you get the white gel pens, press very lightly. Give that ball room to roll, because if you press down even a little bit, it's going to stop and catch. You have to just kind of roll it really, really, really softly. Signo, what's this one called? Uniball. So that is a nice white. I'm going to pull out a flower stamp now. I'm going to use this one because I believe this is the one I used before, so I kind of want to keep it consistent. This is a May Made It set if you're looking for it. It is called, there's usually a little teeny, there it is, Floral Kaleidoscope. It's super tiny right here. I don't even know if it'll, there we go. Floral Kaleidoscope if you're looking for that one. Thank you so much, Monica. She said that she liked my handwriting. Yeah, so like I like the control of this one, like you said. This one is pretty dark. There are certain things I don't like about it. But I'm gonna take back a little of what I said. They are pretty nice. It's just, I don't know. Let's go ahead and do some coloring. I'll show you how I did that original card. So if you want something that looks something like this, you can get that look without having to draw it. Marcel, that's okay. She said, oh, sorry for yelling. I'm still monkeying around hoping that those pencils will jump out at me and bite me in the butt. Oh, by the way, if you are into jelly pens for coloring, I want to mention this here. We'll just consider this a mini, what do you call it? Commercial. There are 130 unique colors in here with 130 refills to refill them when you run out for coloring, and these are only $21.99 on Amazon, and I'll link these in the description box below. I haven't yet, but I will. If you like coloring, these come with a whole, let me see if I can get that box out here. A whole back row are all like these jelly ones that are sparkly, but they're for coloring. So if I write with this sparkly one on black paper, it's not going to turn out like the jelly roll. It just kind of disappears. I'll give you an idea what happens here. It's just going to look like you used, what are those called? Those sparkly pens you can get. I know I didn't keep mine. But anyway, they're not like you can color them on black paper, but they're great for coloring in general. And look at all these delicious colors. Oh my goodness. I love it. You guys, totally. This is also a Fela product. Who knew? Like, Fela is totally new to me, but I'm really digging their stuff. So anyway, we'll link you to this one if you want to get those. Really, really neat. I thought maybe they were crowding out my pencils. Oh, I found the pencils. They're behind a box, just as I suspected. Okay, hold on. I knew they'd be behind a box. You guys should see the mess in here. It's like crazy. Okay, here they are. These are some big, fat, metallic pencils by Furby. F-E-R-B-Y. See if we can get that to come in for you guys. Get a good look at it. Furby. Oh, not by Furby. They're Super Furby pens by Lyra. My apologies. From Germany, I guess. Anyway, they're triangular, so they're not supposed to roll, and I've got some really cool colors. I'm going to go ahead and move these over and just give you a gist of what these look like on black. And then we're going to do the stamping part, I promise. We're totally going to get to that. I need a couple more pieces of black paper because I didn't cut enough. Alright, here's one. Let's go ahead and... Is there a white in this? I don't think there is. But there's a silver. Let's go ahead and just do the silver. And these, we'll just do Furby because that's what they are. So look, these stand out too. Hey, Heaven Sent. Yes, the Fela, Arrow Mama. I would use those for coloring, like adult coloring books, things like that where there's intricate things to color would be awesome for that. That's what I'm going to use mine for. And probably doodling and stuff too. So aren't those cool? I mean, I really like those too. So we'll do a little bit of all of them. So to follow a stamp so that you don't have to know how to draw, all you have to do is take a little bit of Versamark clear ink or any other kind of clear ink that you have. Jen, are these all alcohol based? No, these are not alcohol based. Let me see. This one is water-based ink, odorless, xylene free. These markers say light fast and indelible for opaque writing and decorating even on dark and colored paper. So that's these. Penny, I hope you can link these. I feel kind of bad that I didn't give them really quite the go that I should have. I guess I was just so in love with the Fela that I just couldn't stand myself. Anyway, okay, the Felas are, I'm going to guess they're water-based as well, but let me just double check. If this, yep, water-based ink, acid-free, and eco-friendly. So the Felas are also water-based. The Asian ones are water-based. I lost a marker behind the Doomsday Wall. The metallic gel pens. It doesn't say. So I don't know. Gel ink pen. Whatever they are. Writes on black paper and white paper. Gel. These don't say either. I could probably open that up, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna guess they're mostly water-based. So here we go. All you need is a little bit of Versamark ink. And even on this black paper, you're going to be able to see these. So I'm going to put like one on each paper. See that come up? And like you're wondering, okay, that's great, Jen, but is that going to stay there? Like what if I want to do a subtle background like that? You absolutely can, because when you look at this one, you can still see the subtle flowers that I never colored in. So yes, if you want to do a subtle background, you can stamp anything you want on your black papers. Another fun way to make a card with your dark cardstock. So let's go ahead and put one on the Fela page. Let's put one on the G2 page, even though that one's not really for coloring. The Jelly Roll page. And I've not tried the colored pencils, but let's do it. There's the Furby page. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad so many of you guys could join me today. It's awesome. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just follow where the black mark is, right? And you can make them any color that you want. I'm going to follow this one. And I'm going to just, and it doesn't matter if you're perfectly on. Nobody's going to be able to see it once you color it all in anyway. So just go around each one. And you could take your time. You don't have to be as fast as me. I'm just, you know, for purposes, I want to get a little bit done today for you guys. And I'll go around it again. Okay. And that's a blue. Let's go ahead and do a Fela blue. That one I can't see as well because of the shadows. Go figure. Oh my gosh. I just love how the Fela goes on. I don't know what the difference is. It just really floated my boat. I apologize to the Asian ones because they rock too. Now don't get me wrong. You don't just have to do flowers. You can do anything you want. So I'm going to color this in and make a circle for the center. Okay, so that's the Fela. Alright, let's try a G2 in blue. I don't think I've done the G2 with this either, but let's check it out. And it might be kind of hard to see it exactly, but like I said, they don't have to be perfect. It's just like a template for you to like follow, right? That could be pretty cool. You could leave the inside black because then that's going to pop off around the edges too anyways. Let's try a jelly roll. Not it. That was, yeah, that was my G2. I'll put that right back in this correct place, silly girl. All right, blue. Ah, the science teacher said that looks like an atom. Jelly roll. I'm going around twice in case I skip a spot with my jelly roll. You don't have to, it's up to you. However you want it to look. Maybe my blue jelly roll's running out, I'm not sure. So the jelly roll's not as, you know, big, wide as the other ones. I think this one might be going a little dead. Yeah, I think I'm losing my blue jelly roll. Okay. That's alright. And then Furby. Almost forgot about the Furbies. We got a blue Furby in here, I'm pretty sure. I guess. There we go. This one's blue. Let's go ahead and color that in. And the Furbies are the only ones that are like pencils. They're not ink. I have not priced these out. Like I said, I just found them when I was cleaning out my stash. And there they were, and I hadn't used them in a long time, so... There's the Furby compared to the jelly roll. I actually really like the pencil look. And of course the G2 is super, super thin. Another thing that I really like. So it's kind of like, what do you like? What's your favorite style, right? And then you can go ahead and color the rest of it in with whatever colors you want. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some colors. Let's try this gold one by the Furby for the middle. And a little on the... Era Mama, I'd be happy to do that for you. Show you how the ones in the big box go. Oh, there we go. Like, where's my jelly roll? They're all drying out. They were fine before. Let's go ahead and just do a little swiggle on the side. Come on, Jelly Roll. What's your deal? There we go. These might be a little picky depending on if you have a lot of your finger oil on the paper too, I have a feeling. I might have touched that or something. But look at that with the Jelly Rolls. I was never a fan of Jelly Rolls, but they look pretty dang cool on black. Look at the difference between that and the colored pencil. Oh, so cool. And we'll pick out kind of a gold in this one. The G2s, and like I said, the G2s aren't super for coloring in, but look, when I make little lines, that's pretty hot. Yeah, that's super hot. I like that. And I was able to actually color in the center too, so that's not so bad. That one compared to the Jelly Roll, the Jelly Roll is definitely a lot brighter. Okay, let's do a Fela one. And we do have kind of a goldish one. Let's see how this works. I don't think I've tried the... Oh, yes, I have. I must have done the gold. And I like this because I can go thick and then thin with that little brush. Start out thick and flick at the end. That's just super cool. Okay. So that's the Fela. Super bright, right? Let's do that compared to the Jelly Roll. Way even brighter than the Jelly Roll. Holy cow! Connie Johnson, do you think you'd need to use something to set the pencils? If so, what? No, I don't think you need to set the pencils at all. I got a little bit of gold on my finger, if you can slightly see that, but it's not smearing on the paper. I think you'd be totally fine with that. And let's do the very last one here. Do we have a gold? We do! We have a gold! Let's check this out. How is this going to compare to the Fela? Is it going to be as cool or not as cool? What do you think now? The Felas are so bright. Boy, they almost match up, don't they? All right, the last thing I want to show you before we move on, because I'm sure you guys are probably antsy to see how we create this kind of look with the dog and stuff. We'll be doing that next. So stick around. Let me just show you how I did some of those leaves. So let's do a green one for these. Furby first. Furby first, so I'm just going to go ahead and do some leaves here. And you can do any kind of leaves you want. I just like to do like a half circle shape on each side and then feather up some lines up the middle. So that's the colored pencil. I love the Fela. We do a little Fela dance. A little Fela dance. The Asians aren't too far behind. The Asians aren't too far behind. Now, if you are like totally coming in right now going, oh my gosh, she's singing a song about the Asians not being too far behind. That's so racist and it's just terrible and not politically correct. Well, it's because I don't know what those are actually called. Where did I hide the box? If you could tell me exactly what this is, I would be happy to call it something else. Maybe I should call it the STAs. Let's call it the STAs. I'll switch it now. We don't want anybody on my rear end about stuff. All right, Jelly Roll. Let's get on with the leaves here. I'm not going to color in the leaves, but you could. There's the Jelly Roll. How How do you know I'm not drinking today? No, I'm really not. Unless you count Diet Mountain Dew as drinking. In that case, I've had a few. All right, G2 Metallics. Leaf it out, girlfriend. Leaf it out. Go, leafies. Again, super fine detail. Really pretty, super elegant, especially if you want something that fine. I like them for that. Very, very nice set. G2 Metallics. If these aren't linked below, they'll be linked as soon as I'm done with this video. I apologize. I'm a little late on the uptake. Just wasn't sure. I wanted to put the STAs in, but I really think that I need to now. You know what? I wonder if maybe the Felas have a cheaper price point. If somebody could check that out for me, that'd be awesome. Here's the Felas. Fancy Felas. Marcel, those are also from Amazon. So let's go ahead and do these. Yep, they're just not quite as thin as the other ones, so you get more of a chunky look. They don't say Asia, no. I was saying Asian, basically Asian inspired, because I don't know what the language is. It could be anything. Penny will give us the links to those though. STAs, I don't even know if you can find them by looking that up. But we'll link these for you guys, okay? The marker itself says STA metallic color pen. That's it. It doesn't say anything else about like where it's from or anything like that. Okay, so you can do this flower technique with any kind of stamp that you want. So let me go ahead and show you how I basically made this tag. I took a regular A2 size card and I had another tag and I laid the tag on and I cut around it. But I'm going to show you how to do a tag if you don't have one that you can trace. So you want to go ahead and just decide about how wide you want your tag, like maybe 2.5 inches or so, and cut that down. Okay, so that's 2.5 inches. And then decide how you want that top to look. You know, like how big of, cheers, heaven send, I forgot, sorry. How big of, you know, corners do you want? So go ahead and just chop off. Remember, you want something straight across, so don't chop off too much of it. So I'm going to cut off a corner, but save that corner. Bump that corner up into the other side. You have to flip it over to make it fit. And then follow that line and cut the other side. That way both of your corners will be the same and you won't have to pull your hair out. You have a nice tag. And the last thing you need is just a circle punch. Go ahead and put that in the top. You don't have to do a punch if you don't want. Just put a hole in there. Eyeball it up. Super quick tag. So I'm going to show you this doggy one. And for some of you guys who are new to drawing and coloring and stuff, this step might be a little bit harder to get, okay? So you may have to practice a little bit. I've had to practice with him until he actually looked like a dog. I like the way he turned out. I'm pretty sure I used Felas to color him. And I used this little wiener dog on the bottom here. This is a Some Odd Girl set. They're kind of hard to find because they're a little older. Paint markers would also work. Yes, who mentioned that? Arrow Mama? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you can do, you know, whatever you want to do with whatever dog and however you want to do it. I'm going to try this one. You guys, this might turn out really, really bad. But unless you try it, you just don't know. So I can't guarantee this one is going to turn out quite as nice as this one, because I played around with this one a lot. I need to just switch out my stamps here. I think I need just a little bit bigger of a stamp block. Get him on there. Now again, we're just going to go ahead and use a little Versamark because we should be able to see that black on black. I'm going to put the whole darn dog on there. I think you can see him pretty well. Okay. The first thing that I noticed when I did this is that if you try to make the eyes black, you can't see them. So what I did was I colored his eyes white and did the pupil black instead. So I'm going to try that. Susan Baker, we have 34 people watching and only 14 thumbs up. Thumbs us up, guys, if you're enjoying this kind of video. Thanks, Marcel. Alright, so I'm going to try that. My goodness, this is hard to see with all of my shadows in here. I'm going to just tilt it a little bit so I can see right where his eye is. Okay, so there's his two little eyes. And then make sure you don't touch those because that's going to smear. And then we have his little nose too. And his little tongue. No, he doesn't. This one doesn't have a tongue. Just a little chin. There we go. Now we can see him. Okay. Now, I did his nose a dark gray because black on black again is not going to show up. So let me see. Maybe did a gray. Maybe this gray. So I can see where the outline of his mouth is. Let's go ahead and okay. And I'm going to do his little eyebrows. So his face is starting to show up. And then all I'm going to do is just follow along. There's not a lot of detail, right? You can only just fill in what's there. So you just pick out some browns and stuff, whatever color you want him to turn out to be. I don't have a lot to choose from here, so I'm going to go with this brown. And I'm going to start down this ear. And I'm just going to make some little flicks. You can do an actual line if you want. Okay. And then add in the little flicks to maybe give it a little bit more definition. There's one of his ears. Let's do the other ear. There's his other little ear. Okay, and the reason why I did his ears that color is because I'm going to do the rest of his body another color so that his ears do stand out a little bit. So let's pick this other. I'm pretty sure this is the one I used for this. It looks brown, but it's going to come out looking more of like an orange. No problem, Sherry. We're just getting on to coloring in this cute little dog. And I'm going to go ahead and do some of the lines here first. I didn't do this with the other dog, but I just feel like I'm missing out on some little lines here. Some of them are hard for me to see. I'm referring back to the drawing. So if you get a little bit lost, go ahead and look at your drawing here. And then just follow their lines. So he's got a little doggy coming up there, a little foot. This little foot comes straight down. Missed that one, and that one comes around. There we go. And then we're just going to put in the fur. Now, if you want his belly to be a different color, then leave a little hole. If you want his feet to be a different color, you go ahead and leave a little mark for that, a little place. So I'm going to make his belly like a little white, and maybe give him a little white on his face, so like his little belly's going to have some of these little white. And then maybe he'll have a little white coming around here. Maybe he'll have a little white spot coming in here. And let's see, what color is this one? Let's do it on a regular sheet. Ooh, that's gold. We don't want his face to be gold. That would be weird. I thought there was a darker brown. Did we do this one? I think we did. That was the ears. But let's go ahead and do the face that brown. As you get closer into the face, I would do either dots or like really teeny tiny stripes, but nothing too huge. And the Fela has that little teeny tiny tip, so you can really get at that. And you can add whatever you need to. Do whatever colors you want, mix it up. He's an odd looking dog. I'm going to give him, oh yeah, the little pupil. That's what I'm getting at. I have a little brush marker by Faber-Castell. I'm going to see if that one will give him a pupil. That'll bring out his eyes. Okay, and then just so he's not floating around in space, we're going to grab a green one and put a little grass around him. That's another reason why I like the Felas, because look at the funky grass you can make with this. Just by flicking it. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Check out the grass. Just flick, 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 and there's the grass. And there he is. And then you can stamp whatever you want on the top, put a little string through it, and you have your own little tag with a dog on it. Now, they don't have to be dogs. They can be flowers. They can be a vase with flowers. They can be whatever you want it to be. If a dog is too hard and you looked at that and you said, no, I don't like the look of that, try something else. You know, you've got bazillions, I know you do, you've got bazillions of stamps in your arsenal there. Just got to pull out some stuff that you haven't used in a while and be like, yes, I'm going to try this technique. I'm going to see if this one looks good and just try it out. And if it doesn't work, you throw it in the garbage. It's just paper. It's no big deal. I will try to find the Lyra Furby pencils if you're interested in those. Okay? Felas, these are already linked below. If you want to buy those, they're linked below. I am an affiliate. I do have a disclosure in the description below, just so you guys know. It helps keep the lights on here at KTC, so anytime you use a link, even to buy your dog food or your man some underwear, it doesn't matter what you're getting. It'll still give us a small commission here, so thank you for those who use those on a consistent basis. Really appreciate it. And then I will link these for you guys. These what did I say? STA metallic markers. I'll go ahead and link those for you. So we actually did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds of media today. And I did show you how to do the card front. I just did it as a testing round. So when you put them together and you do something like this, and I'm pretty sure that these were all Felas, then you get the look. So we went over Felas. Thanks, Connie. So it is STA. And then G2 Metallics. Very good for fine printing and stuff. Very teeny details. You can get totally detailed with this. These would be fun to have on hand just to do details on this. Let's say I really wanted to go to town and add some little pink details. Like, I made these little swirly doos, but what if I really wanted to go in and like stitch around these flowers? But I couldn't do that with the other ones because they're so bold and they're just not tiny enough. Okay, so you may want to get yourself a set of those just so that you can do all that teeny tiny detail. Look at those, look at that little sewing mark. And I did that with the little G2 pen. That's awesome. Thanks, Penny. Penny, did you link those for us in the description? Or maybe not in the description. Did you put them in the list so I can add them? That'd be awesome. And then we did the Furbies, which are actually Lyra brand. And those were the colored pencils. They're metallic. Thank you guys for being flexible with me when I don't know things to a T. You know, sometimes I just don't know everything, and I try to do research, but I did a lot of extra stuff here today that I kind of threw my plan a little out the window because I was having so much fun. So these are the jelly rolls. I like those too. Thank you so much, Penny. You rock. So the STAs are linked. So if you want these bigger, bolder ones, go ahead and get those. So let's cross that out and let's put down STA. These are STAs. By, what did you say? Gunsang. Gunsang. Or Gunsang. I don't know. Okay. And they turn out really similar to the Felas, which I totally love. Alright. We went through that. So I hope that you guys will try this out. I typically do a folder so that I can see what you guys are making, but I haven't seen very many people joining in on that, so give us a thumbs up on your way out. I'll try to, no, I won't try to, I will set up another album. So if you're trying out any of these dark cardstock ideas, we really want you to come over to Quality Crafts on Facebook so we can see what you're doing. I already know what I'm doing here. I want to see what you guys are doing. And if you're worried that, oh, I don't have time for another group and I don't, you know, I can't do more swaps, it's commitment free. You do not have to commit to anything. It's drama free. If there's ever any drama, in which there never has been, I handle it quickly and quietly and you'll never notice it. And that's where I post all my good stuff. Now, if you want even more, you can support us on the Patreon, which is patreon.com/qualitycrafts. Patreon gets you all 12 digital images for the Progressive Digi Image Challenge for free and without obligation, so you don't have to do the challenge if you don't feel like it. You'll still get the image for free. And so that's 12 a year, and then you get in on the private Facebook group where I do exclusive videos that no one else can see and show you a little bit more behind the scenes what's going on at my house. So if you want more, join us on Patreon. We would love to have you at Quality Crafts as well. So if you want to know what's going on in the YouTube world, why is she canceling, why is she late, that's where you're going to find all that information. So it's really good for you guys to be a part of that. And don't forget about the Crafty online garage sale starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to run it from 10 to 2. That's 4 hours. And then we're either going to do it bi-weekly through the summer, because I'm off then, and monthly through the school year, because I'll be working full-time then. Hopefully by then, maybe I'll be making enough to quit my day job, but that's the goal. I mean, I'm working towards it, and you guys are a part of that, an awesome part of that, which is why I love coming on here and doing different techniques and teaching you how to do fun stuff and all that kind of thing. Carpe diem, do you drink on the private videos? Every once in a while I might have a drink, Carpe. I may. I don't drink a lot because nowadays it just makes me sick. because I only have one kidney and it's transplanted. So I may have two, but if I, you know, not very much. But yeah, sometimes. And hey, you guys are welcome to drink anytime. I'm not stopping you. If you need a drink to watch me, then... Oh, don't forget, if you're going to join the garage sale, beforehand, private message either Penny or myself and let us know what your email is and your real name. So that when you come on and go, oh yeah, you know, let's say you want these. You're going to type all in bold, all in cap, G2 Metallics sold. And when I see that, I'm going to say, oh, Carpe Diem, G2 Metallics sold for blah, blah, blah. And then Lori is going to mark that down. She's going to put it in your bucket. That's how it works. If we don't have your email address and your real name, you will lose your sale. Because we will go on to the next person. I have to do it that way. Because otherwise I have, you know, 30, 40 people purchasing, and then somebody might have bought $5, $10 worth, and then they disappear into the night and they don't purchase it. And I could have sold that to somebody else who really wanted it. And so I try to be super fair, but we need your information ahead of time. Just keep that in mind. We've got a lot of people that have already signed up. It's going to be massive, you guys. If you like Close to My Heart and Stampin' Up! Stamps, I have a plethora of them. And I cannot wait to see you guys for that sale. Carpe Diem, Jen's Lost Pencil, sold. All right, we got everything linked below, so if you like some of the products that you saw here today, please help us out. Use our links if you're deciding to purchase them. That would be awesome. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow and every other day that we go live, because I can't wait to see you guys next video.